Imagine, if you will, a titan of the sky, a leviathan of engineering prowess, a beacon of luxury and opulence. The Hindenburg, a German passenger airship, was all of these and more. In the spring of 1937, the Hindenburg embarked on its ill-fated journey. From Frankfurt, Germany, it set off on May 3rd, a picture of grandeur and opulence. This marvel of engineering was more than just an airship. It was a floating palace. It boasted luxurious accommodations that rivaled the finest hotels, plush lounges, private cabins, even a formal dining room, all nestled within its metallic hull. But beneath this facade of luxury lurked a perilous reality. The Hindenburg was filled with hydrogen, a gas notorious for its volatility. Known for its flammability, the very element that kept this magnificent beast aloft also posed a grave risk. As the Hindenburg set sail across the Atlantic, no one could predict the imminent disaster that would soon unfold. On May 6, 1937, the Hindenburg approached the Naval Air Station in Lakehurst, New Jersey, ready to conclude its transatlantic voyage. As the evening grew darker, the glow of the Hindenburg's lights against the stormy New Jersey sky was a sight to behold. However, the weather was not on the side of the airship that night. Thunderstorms had been brewing, heavy rain was falling, and the winds were not favorable for a safe landing. The decision was made to delay landing, and the Hindenburg was ordered to circle the station until conditions improved. After a few long hours, the storm receded and the winds calmed, prompting the final approach. The airship, filled with hydrogen, the lightest and most volatile element, was guided towards the mooring mast. As the ground crew rushed to secure the ropes, the first signs of trouble began to appear. Witnesses reported seeing a fluttering of the fabric covering the upper fin, a possible sign of a gas leak. And then chaos ensued. A sudden eruption of fire turned the serene evening into a scene of horror. The flames spread rapidly, consuming the airship in an inferno. The Hindenburg, once a symbol of elegance and luxury, was now a burning beacon of disaster. The fire moved with a terrifying speed, ripping through the airship's framework, causing the hydrogen to explode. The once majestic Hindenburg was now a falling inferno, a fiery spectacle that illuminated the darkening skies. Passengers and crew scrambled for their lives, jumping from the burning wreckage, their screams piercing the night air. The ground crew, once ready to welcome the airship, were now in a frantic race against time, risking their lives in a desperate attempt to save as many people as they could from the burning wreckage. Firefighters rushed to the scene, battling the roaring flames that threatened to consume everything in their path. In a mere 34 seconds, the pride of German engineering had been reduced to a smoldering wreck, claimed by the unforgiving flames. The Hindenburg disaster was a grim reminder of the potential dangers of air travel, a descent into disaster that would forever be etched in the annals of history. The Hindenburg disaster was not just a tragedy, it was a spectacle of horror that marked the end of an era. In the immediate aftermath of the disaster, rescue efforts were launched with a sense of urgency and desperation. Firefighters, military personnel, and even civilians rushed to the scene, pulling survivors from the wreckage and providing first aid to the injured. The final toll was grim. 36 people perished in the disaster, a shocking number considering the airship had been carrying 97 passengers and crew. In the wake of such an appalling event, the question on everyone's lips was, what caused the fire? Investigations were launched and theories abounded. Some suggested sabotage, others pointed to a buildup of static electricity. However, the most widely accepted theory is that the fire was sparked by a leak of the highly flammable hydrogen gas that kept the Hindenburg aloft. Public perception of airship travel was irrevocably altered. The very thought of boarding an airship became a source of dread for many. The Hindenburg disaster was a brutal blow to the airship industry, one from which it would never recover. In the space of a few horrifying minutes, an entire era of aviation was brought to a sudden and dramatic close. The grandeur and elegance that had once been associated with airships were replaced by images of the Hindenburg, engulfed in flames, its skeletal frame collapsing as it plunged to the ground. The disaster served as a stark reminder of the dangers inherent in pushing the boundaries of technology and exploration. As the years passed, the Hindenburg disaster faded into history, but its legacy remained. It served as a cautionary tale, a grim reminder of the potential consequences when the quest for innovation and progress is not tempered by caution and respect for the forces of nature. The Hindenburg disaster remains a chilling reminder of the fragility of human endeavor, a testament to the unpredictable nature of disaster. Despite the horrifying nature of the disaster, it is important to remember the Hindenburg for what it represented. A symbol of human ingenuity and ambition, the airship was a marvel of its time. Yet its ill-fated end marked a turning point in air travel, steering the world away from hydrogen-filled airships towards safer alternatives. The Hindenburg disaster was an event of monumental proportions that forever changed the course of aviation history. It stands as a stark reminder of the human cost of technological progress. Remember to subscribe for more historical happenings.